Hi, shalom everyone. I'm continuing this fantastic mini-series where we've been talking about 3 weeks from Shiva Asar B'Tammuz till Tisha B'Av. Now we're concentrating on 9 days. There's a 5th installment and hopefully it should be the last specific installment within regards to this. We want to all be well versed within regards to what we do during this time period of mourning. We're meant to feel that there was a destruction of Beit HaMikdash and the yearning that we want the third Beit HaMikdash to be rebuilt. I am quoting an excellent synopsis from Rabbi Yonatan Nakson. He wrote brilliant articles on the OU website in regards to this. We are now talking about wearing new or freshly washed clothing during the 9 days, or Shavua Shechalbo, which is a Shavua, the week when Tisha B'Av falls on. Okay, I'm going to start off with the first halacha over here, which is number 21 in this section. As we stated previously in the previous session, one may not wear freshly laundered clothing during the Shavua Shechalbo. Next one, before the week of Tisha B'Av, one should prepare his clothing that he will have enough relatively clean clothing without having to wear the same piece of clothing throughout the entire week. So he's got to be well prepared. Now let's say, 23, if an Ashkenazic person has only freshly laundered or new clothing after Rosh Chodesh, he may give his clothing to a Sephardi person to wear before the Shavua Shel for about an hour, and may wear the clothing afterwards. So if he does this code of conduct over here, under his minhagim, he can actually wear this specific clothing. Okay, now number 24, fresh clothing should be worn before the week of Tisha B'Av for about an hour, depending on how long it takes for one to make his clothing lose their freshness, either through perspiration or by giving them a look and feel as if they have been worn over here. Now that is brought down over here, halacha from the Rama in 389, halacha number 1 over there. Very interesting enough. Okay. Now let's say one who forgot to prepare his clothing before the week of Tisha B'Av may prepare his clothing on Shabbat Chazon. Very interesting. He should do so by first wearing one set of clothing on Erev Shabbat. This is, and then wearing another set of clothing the next morning after Shabbat lunch. If one takes a nap, he should change his clothing again after waking up from his nap. Now most people I would assume would like to have a short power nap, especially on Shabbat respectively. Okay, number 26. If one does not have time to continuously change his clothing, it could be annoying also, he may wear several articles of clothing at once. So remember that if anyone remembers, there was a film, The Cool Runnings, I think it was called, where it was one of the countries that were in freezing conditions, and they wore like 4 or 5 tops of clothes because they were really freezing. They weren't used to the cold weather over there, so it just brings back memories of that specific film over there. So he may wear several articles of clothing at once, one on top of the other, as long as the clothing lose their freshness. That is prerequisite. One who forgot to prepare his clothing before the Shavua Shechalbo may not wear fresh clothing. However, he may put his clothing on the ground until they lose their freshness. So he's got to make sure that it's not going to be fresh anymore, and maybe dance on top of it. I'm not too sure. A person who regularly changes his undergarments because obviously he perspires frequently may wear fresh undergarments during the Shavua Shechalbo. However, he should try to prepare them beforehand. So once again, should come very well prepared over there. Okay. A hotel may change the bed sheets and pillow covers for its guests. An individual may also do so for guests who are staying in his home. So he can have the luxury, if he's in a hotel, of having the stuff changed over there, the bedding and everything else, and he should treat his guest with the proper etiquette over here, seemingly from this was quoted over there. Let's just see the source for that, number 30. I think it's coming from several places, including Chazon, Ovadia, and Arba Taniot on page 232, and Minchat Yitzchak, and many other places also. Okay, so friends, one should not use freshly laundered towels during the Shavua Shechalbo, and one should try to wipe his hands once on them beforehand, so it shouldn't be fresh. One should, a parent whose infant is having a Brit Milah may wear Shabbat clothing on the day of the Brit. However, he may not wear freshly laundered or new clothing. This is also true for a boy on the day he turns Bar Mitzvah. So he got those scenarios is different. One who does not have presentable clothing before a date with a potential shidduch, so he's looking for his partner, he may wear Shabbat clothing over there. Okay, and last one in this specific session, a freshly laundered talit may be worn. So when it comes to talit and mitzvah items, it can be worn. Okay, cutting hair and shaving. What's it in? The Sephardic custom is to refrain from shaving and cutting one's hair during the Shavua Shechal Bo, regardless of where the hair is located. So potentially there's some room here, if it's not Shavua Shechal Bo, to shave and have the haircut over here, according to some Sephardim. One who did not cut his hair in the previous years since the 17th of Tammuz, like the Ashkenazi custom, and realizes that the Sephardic custom is to be lenient until Shavua Shechal Bo, is permitted to shave until the Shavua Shechal Bo, and does not need to perform a Hatarat Nedarim. So another leniency over here with regards to that. A woman may cut her hair during the Shavua Shechal Bo. Wow, that is interesting. Also, I'll find the source for that. This is number 38, source number 38, I believe is the Chazon Avadia Arba Taniyot, page 163. Okay, friends, let's continue. Over here. Okay. Even though one may not shave his beard, if his beard or moustache interferes with his eatings, then he may trim it. Trim is a key word, not to totally shave it. One who is making a Brit Milah, the Mohel, the Sandak, Chatan during the days of the Sheva Brachot, and the Bar Mitzvah boy must also refrain from shaving during the Shavua Shechal Bo. So the idea that the person making the Brit can shave now, he can't, supposedly over here, which somewhat people might not have thought that was the case. Okay, one who will incur a monetary loss if he does not shave, for example, the job might be very angry and lay him off even, then he may shave. However, in all cases, obviously you've got to ask a competent rabbi if this is going to be mutar, if it's going to be permissible over here. Okay, if Tisha B'Av is on a Shabbat or a Sunday, one may shave the entire week beforehand. This is also true with the other customs of Avelut, such as cutting hair, wearing new clothing, and laundering. However, one should try not to shave on Erev Shabbat Chazon, so it's not going to be allowed over there. And the source for that is number 43 over here. The Ben Ish Chai, actually in Devarim, chapter 1, number 12, quoted over. Very interesting. Okay, friends, anyone over the age of Bar Mitzvah may also not cut a child's hair during this time. Okay, next one. Even though the Ashkenazi custom is to refrain from shaving and taking haircuts from the Shiva Asar Tammuz, 17th of Tammuz, until after Tisha B'Av, a Sephardi person may shave up until Shavua Shechal Bo, as we just said, even if he learns in an Ashkenazi yeshiva, and most people are not clean-shaven over there. However, it's praiseworthy to follow the custom of the yeshiva and to refrain from shaving and taking a haircut during this period. Okay, that's interesting. Also, some poskim hold that an Ashkenazi may cut a Sephardi person's hair from Shiva Asar Tammuz until Shavua Shechal Bo. However, it's preferable to find a barber of a Sephardi origin because we are more lenient. Similarly, a Sephardi should refrain from cutting an Ashkenazi person's hair during this period, naturally, because their minhagim is to be more strict over here, and we don't want to go against their minhagim over here. One may comb his hair even during the Shavua Shechal Bo, even if hairs may be pulled out in the process. That will apply to me over here. Okay. One may cut his nails with scissors during the Shavua Shechal Bo, especially if they are long enough that they protrude past the skin by his fingertips. Okay, now we're talking about showering and swimming. Is that going to be allowed during this time of Shavua Shechal Bo? Okay, friends, the Sephardic custom is to take showers until Shavua Shechal Bo, unlike Ashkenazi custom, which prohibits showering from Rosh Chodesh. So there's a major chiluk over here within regards to showering over here. I'll give you the source. The custom of Ashkenazim follows a view of the Ramah. That's in 551, number 16 over there, which says that one may not even shower with cold water starting from Rosh Chodesh. I'm not so sure what the din is with regards to women over here, but I'd assume this is for men, and obviously in certain circumstances probably it won't apply to women, but don't quote me on that. Double check everything with a local rabbi on that specific issue over there. Okay, another side note. Even if a Sephardi is among Ashkenazim, he may take a hot shower with soap from Rosh Chodesh Av, including on Erev Shabbat Chazon, until Shavua Shechal Bo. So there's that leniency over there, even if we're not worried about who's in the vicinity. One who lives in a very hot place and perspires profusely, causing massive discomfort, may rely on opinions that rule that one may shower during the week of Tisha B'Av with cold water. Similarly, one who gets dirty easily from his profession, such as a painter or a gardener, may shower if necessary. So there's certain circumstances where we can take showers. I'm not too sure if this applies to Ashkenazim or not, if they're going to be more strict, but seemingly this is definitely for Sephardim. One may only use a dry sauna, not a wet one. So when we're saying wet one, we're talking about steam room or not, that I'm not too sure. One who regularly goes to the mikveh may continue to go during Shavua Shechal Bo. However, if one is able to, you should go to a mikveh with cold water. Remember, this is someone that's going the whole year, potentially. Or if it's a one-off, speak to your local rabbi within regards to that. Okay. Strictly speaking, one may go to the beach or a swimming pool and swim, even during the Shavua Shechal Bo. However, it's preferable that one be stringent and refrain from going over here. Now, once again, I don't know if Ashkenazim will ban this outright or not. He actually says over here to see the Yaskil Abdi, volume number 8, Yoreh Deah 14, number 3, and the Or Litzion, also mentioned, and various other places also. So that is interesting, a big leniency over there, potentially, if someone wants to swim. Okay. Next question. Next bullet point. An Ashkenazi may be a lifeguard in a pool that Sephardim are swimming in during the Shavua Shechal Bo. Okay, that's another, not really leniency there. He can just be a lifeguard there. There's nothing wrong with it because the other community is not breaking their custom. One may take swimming lessons during the Shavua Shechal Bo. That also is interesting of it, maybe because he's not proficient in swimming. A woman who just gave birth may even take a hot bath during the Shavua Shechal Bo, since it's for medicinal purposes. So medicinal purposes will make a leniency. Similarly, a woman who is in her 9th month of pregnancy may take a hot shower to ease the birth pangs over there. So there are leniencies over here. I'll quote the source over here. Ben Ishchai Devarim, chapter 1, number 16, also Chazon Ovadia, and page 246 of Arba Tanyot, and it's featured in other places also. That is, friends, over here. Okay. It is permitted to take a hot bath if one needs to do so for medicinal purposes. Does that include a bad back? Possibly. A woman may make all of her regular preparations to immerse in the mikveh at this time, including bathing in hot water. Next one. One may bathe his child with warm water, even if he does not do so every day. Well, so if it's an infant, it seems like there's leniencies. However, if the child is already above the age of chinuch, education age, and is able to understand that the Shavua Shechal Bo is a time of mourning, he should not bathe with hot water or more than more than one usually baths the child. Okay. And last halacha for today, one may clean the floors during the Shavua Shechal Bo, even with soap, probably because of the bacteria and all those things that people might suffer from or might end up. So it's a preventative measure of it. That completes the series of the laws for 3 weeks and 9 days. Everyone have a meaningful fast. Pray. Let's see the rebuilding of the third big Mikdash, Mashiach coming, and just brachot from Israel. Brachot all over the world. I'd like to dedicate this to Avihu Benes, who passed away more than 2.5 months ago approximately. I'm wishing all a great day. Take care.